Arizona State wide receiver, Jordyn Tyson, an absolute dog, and I want the Giants to take him. I'm just a little hesitant, y'all, on taking him 5th overall. I mean, there's a full debate going on social media between draft analysts on who's the best wide receiver in this class. Some say it's Carnell Tate, others think it's Tyson, but we can all agree that this is a loaded draft class to wide receivers, and we're going to see multiple wideouts taken in the first round. I think that Carnell Tate, as is right now, is a better fit for the Giants receivers room, but only because he's a big-bodied vertical threat and he stays healthy. Tyson is built more like Malik Neighbors, that new prototype wide receiver that's around that 6'1 to 6'2 range, and they can do a bit of everything, and they do it well because of how freakishly athletic these type of receivers are. He's explosive. He has a sudden start and stop that's beyond elite, and he is a hands catcher, which I love. He rarely catches the ball with his body, and that's unless he has to. But what would hold me back on pulling the trigger on him at number 5 is the injury concerns. I can't draft a receiver 5th overall, and he has a history of missing games. It was the knee in 2022, the collarbone in 2025, and his hamstring last season. Now, I've watched this kid's tape now about 3 to 4 times, and without a doubt, he is going to be a dog in this league. And without a doubt, I want him in blue. I'm just not sure at number 5. But I want you guys to rewatch some of these highlights with me, and I'm going to break down some plays on why this kid is definitely a future wide receiver 1 on today's Blue Rush Draft Profile. All right, Jordyn Tyson. You see him in slot. This kid plays all over the football field. You can line him up anywhere, and I think that's going to be an advantage that Matt Nagy will have if they draft him 5th overall and bring him in to pair him up with Malik Neighbors. You see this route right here, this box, this slot fade. You see everybody run it. Everybody runs it in the NFL, but not everybody's going to go up and go get the rock like he does. Let's kind of break this down because this kid's got so much athleticism when he sticks his foot into the ground and goes up for the football. It's like watching Malik Neighbors reincarnated. It's like, and I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say it. He's got some Odell in him as well when it comes to spectacular catches, body control, and going up for the football. So see these guys fighting for it, and he goes up in double coverage to go and bring this rock down. There's not a lot of people that's going to bring that rock down. And here's the most impressive part and how athletic he is. He almost stays up. He almost breaks this for a touchdown. First down. But let's break this route down from the slot because we know when we've got cover 11, when it's cover 11, cover 1, cover 11, whatever you want to call it, you get bump, you get impressed. You know you got all that space to the outside to work with. So I like the way he kind of gives a little shoulder dip here. You're not going to waste too much time at the line of scrimmage. You know you're getting the rock. I don't like the hand fighting per se because this now slows you down. What if that quarterback wanted to put it out there a little bit more to lead you? He's got good, not great speed. But, quarterback wanted to throw it up there. I don't like the hand fighting. That's going to get you caught. That's going to get caught in the NFL. But look at the way he's able to put the foot in the ground and go straight up. Not fade while he jumps. He goes straight up for the football. And that's the reason he doesn't get his head knocked off or his bell rung here from the safety because he goes straight up to catches it instead of jumping up and out. Look how he goes up for the ball. Ideally, you'd want him to go up 2 hands, but not everyone's doing that when you got double coverage and you've got a safety coming over to knock your stuff off. So he goes up, tries to protect the catch, tries to protect his body. Look at the way, again, how he catches it, and he almost stays up. That's that athleticism that I'm talking about. That's that big catch playmaking ability that he has, that he's shown for the last 2 years. Yeah, first down. Look at that. Look at how he just glides in the air, y'all. That's smooth. Next play. He's down here. This isn't the greatest play. Like a lot of these plays that I'm going to show you guys, he's got highlights bigger and better. I'm just wanting to show you guys how his game and his skill set can translate from college to the NFL. He's got really good coaching, and you can tell. And he's got a receivers coach in Hines Ward. So let's watch the play. Let's get vertical, catch here, hands catch, get freaky, flipping the body around like that. This kid, he's crazy athletic, man. It's it's crazy the confidence he has in his ability to get yak and his start and stop. It's just absolutely gorgeous to watch. Receiver gorgeous. Gets a little stumble here, gets a little stick, gets in there. We'll break it down from the close view. All right, you guys see him come off the line of scrimmage here, right? Gives a little hesitation step. Kind of like, I like the physical here, trying to get hands off here, right? Boom. Gets inside, wins inside, and he's already creating separation. Now, here's what I like. He's stumbling a little bit, right? And you can see his ability to accelerate because he's already, even while he's stumbling, he's already got some separation here. What a lot of receivers don't do is they don't get vertical now. And what we mean by vertical means getting into your route stem, not allowing this push or the physicalness of this corner to push his stem in, especially on an in-breaking route. So you see him getting vertical, and then he sticks. I would like to see him make this stick 1 to 2 more yards past, take 2 or 3 more steps, or go 1 to 2 more yards past this white line right here, because then that'll maximize the separation. But look at the separation he's already getting. Again, I know it's Texas State. Against the NFL, these corners are a lot better. But watch his ability to put his foot into the ground, explode, and gain even more separation on the route. Stick. Look at that. Now he's already running away from this kid. There's that type of separation. You can do what you want to do when you catch the ball and after you catch the football. Hands catch here. It's thrown a little bit behind him. So what's he do is put his foot in the ground and he tries to cut it back. Now it's all about getting down right there. So Jordyn Tyson, you see this guy, the ability to, 1, go up for the football, make a big boy catch. 2, you see his route discipline and how he's gotten better as a route runner over the years by doing things to be able to hesitation steps off the line, be physical with the hands, get vertical into a route, stick and explode out of the route to create separation. All right, we got this one right here. I wanted to show you guys. Let's watch it. Hands catch. Look at, any type of yak is a good yak. Any yak is good yak. I'm telling you guys. Like, look at the separation he's able to create off the line. And this is just him setting this defender up. He knows he has time. He knows he has space. And where he's going to get this, I call it a now route, now slant. It's not the traditional 3-step slant and break it off. He's taking 1 to 2 steps and he's getting in there. He's getting there right now off of the RPO, off of this RPO. So you see the hesitation that he's got this corner. He's got this corner lost. He threatened his technique. He's got this corner to lock his hips, lock the knees. And now he explodes, runs in there with the separation. Now here's where you have to have confidence in your hands. He catches, this is a hands catch that he knows that this corner, with him feeling this corner driving so hard, him shaving this slant a little bit, excuse me, him shaving this slant, he knows he's got enough separation to put his foot in the ground and make a move. You see, you don't normally see receivers spin out the way that he does. But that's because there's not a lot of receivers. They're not as athletic as this kid is. Spins out, bowls out, accelerates, gets the first down. That's just him creating yak opportunities off of his athleticism, off of his suddenness. This reminds me a lot of Justin Jefferson and how Justin Jefferson allows himself to get open, because when he sticks and he explodes, or he sticks and accelerates, he creates maximum separation. And this kid, Jordyn Tyson's doing the same thing. They look just alike. You can see it here. You can see it, hands catch. He knows, he's anticipating this corner driving on this football. Step, scoot and boogie. Scoot and Boogie. Get the first, get out of there. Last one. It just goes to show this kid's toughness. Not the best route in the world. Wasn't a clean catch. But he took a big boy hit and held on to the football going across the middle. And if you're going to go 5th overall, if you're going to get drafted, period, to play in the NFL, you better be able to take a hit across the middle. But when you're fighting to be the 5th pick in the NFL draft, yeah, this is something you definitely have to put on tape. Let's watch the route. Sin concept, you've got the sin. You got this guy's supposed to be running a seam or an over. Tyson's got the in route. Catches, double catch, and then he gets laid out. Now, a knock on this kid is, I talk about his route discipline and how he does a great job in terms of like the route stem, getting vertical, those sort of things. But a knock on this kid is he breaks his routes off a little too early. And that's going to be a problem in the NFL because you'll see on this play, you get open too early, the quarterback's not ready to throw the football. You get open too early, or you break a route too early in the NFL. Now, instead of catching a ball in window 1, you could be catching a ball in a crowded window 2 or a crowded window 3. So that's a knock on him, but that's something, hey, that's what an NFL receivers coach, you get paid to work that out of a kid. So let's watch him. He's running the dig route. You want to go touch paint off the wide departure. So he's widening that out. He's supposed to let this receiver kind of clear out a little bit more to clear that space. But he doesn't. Everything's not going to be perfect. Gets into his window a little bit too fast. Now, had he taken an extra step or two and let that clear out, then that would have defined that window. He would have been a lot more open. Probably would have had an easier catch, but he didn't. So now now he's catching this ball by the hash or touching the ball by the hash. It's thrown behind him a little bit because now that quarterback can't lead him here because you've got this, I believe, Mike Backer underneath. But I just want to show you guys how tough he is. A lot of guys would have gotten alligator arms right there, especially after the first bobble. But my man concentrated on the football and came down with it. Let's check the other angle. See it here? That's Levitt, quarterback. See the drop back? Now you see he can't throw this football here because of this backer. I know his back is turned, but he wants to, ideally, you want to catch that football right here. And now that turns into a catch and run situation. But again, he got in there too early. But I want you to watch this. Again, I call this guy, he is a pure hands catcher. He is not a body catcher. He wants to use his hands to pluck and tuck. That's what he tried to do here, but he kind of overran it a little bit. Now that ball's in the air, and a lot of guys are thinking with 1, 2, 3, there's a party around. He's in the party wearing white when he's supposed to be wearing red. No white tees in the club. These dudes are trying to now take your head off and get you out the club. But watch his eyes focus on this football the entire time. His eyes there, knowing he's about to take a hit. Catches it, brings it in, takes the hit. Watch his eyes when he catches the football here. I mean, this one was, or could have been, a drop. It's a bobble. He's kind of, quarterback's protecting him with the throw. But watch his eyes this entire time. They don't come off the football. Even though there's 3 red jerseys ready to take this man's head off, wearing a white tee in the club when everybody's supposed to be wearing red right now, his eyes are on that football in traffic, finds a way to bring it down, secure it, and then, then take that hit. You don't want to take too many of these in the NFL. So again, obviously you got to clean some things up. Everyone does, but this kid has shown he can play all over the football field. This kid has shown his versatility, has shown his sharpness in his route running. He's a hands catcher. I love everything about this kid. I absolutely love. He would be a great addition to the Giants.
Matt Nagy could be creative and can line this kid up anywhere on the field because he's shown that he can win and win big at all 3 receiver spots and positions. Jordyn Tyson would make it virtually impossible to double Malik Neighbors. He wouldn't just win his one-on-one. He'd win with separation. And when you go back and you watch the last 2 years of this kid's tape, you're going to see drastic improvement and development in his route running and the confidence in him using his hands to catch the football. Nobody catchers in 2026. Now, he's had Hines Ward as his receivers coach, so you know he's been coached to be NFL ready. And that's shown. There's a lot of people that has called this kid the best receiver in the country, and they say it with their chest. They say it with confidence. Again, for me, there are still injury concerns, but I do think an NFL weight room program could help with injury prevention. So now we've come to decision time. All right, I'm not going to take him 5th overall unless Carnell Tate was already off the board, and that's assuming that you did make a big play in free agency for a veteran receiver. I take the best of position X, whether it be what? Corner, defensive tackle, linebacker, before I take a wide receiver with injury history. But if the Giants trade back from 5, or even they trade back into the first round, and he's there from what, 10 to 32? This kid is my 1B best receiver in this class. I hate the fact that I'm being overly cautious with this pick, because this is one of those kids that's going to make me eat my words.